Hey guys, my name is Jennifer and I am Jenofeve Designs. Today we're going to work on the outside of the covers. I have went ahead and inked all the way around the outside and the inside covers with the ink we've been using, the Distress Oxide Walnut Stain. So I went ahead and did all of that off camera, and we're going to be working on the outside today. I think that's the only thing I've changed. No, I'm almost 100% positive. That's the only thing I've done. Okay. So we are working with the Basically Amazing Foundations and the Basically Amazing Decorative Edge add-on. And we are using the Prima's With Love paper collection. Okay, so I will tell you right now. Okay, so you know when I prep for my videos, pull one of each pattern, so that's 2 of each page in this case. I did have to go in and get one more paper, and that was this one right here. I pulled one more of these out, so look at all this paper so far that's left. That's a lot, you know, and I get fussed at sometimes. Well, I don't get fussed at sometimes. Not a lot, but there is a percentage of people who get upset with me because I don't use the whole paper pad when I make an album. And then there's also on the other end of that, there are people that get upset with me because I do use too much paper in an album. But I'm going to tell you my thoughts on that. Is this stuff isn't cheap, right? So you get a lot of paper in here, and it's like for example, this one has 30 sheets, but there are 5 of each pattern in here. Okay, so that's a lot. So you can technically you can make more than one album out of this because there's a lot of repetitive pattern and you don't want to do too much. You know what I mean? You don't want to do too much repetitive patterns. You need to add some additional things, like I've added, you know, of course, my background designs that are part of the templates, and the printable papers that are part of the scrap journal, and some printable shades of color, which you could substitute for solid cardstock if you wanted to, for a colored cardstock, in order to make it pleasant to look at. You know, in order to make it cohesive and where it's not pattern on pattern on pattern on pattern on pattern. Because that can sometimes become a little bit chaotic when you're looking at it. So that is just the way I look at it, is that you could take this one paper pad and you could probably make two of these exact albums with this one paper pad, as long as you include an extra color of some sort and extra background papers like the vintage polka dot and the scrap journal papers or something like that, a printable version, or even using your own vintage ephemera like vintage ledger paper and stuff like that. If you include stuff like that, your paper can go a lot further. So, and then on the flip side of it, if I only just used this paper pad in this album, I just don't feel like it would be pleasant to look at. I feel like it would just be too much, because you cover a lot of your pretty paper if it was just all pretty paper. If it was just all this paper and you put your photos on top of it, you're covering all of it because you have nowhere to put your photos. So like if this was just one of these pieces of pattern paper, instead of me doing this with the vintage polka dot and then putting the photo mats, once you put the photo mat on top, it's covering it up. Like if every page was like this, all you would see was a little snippet of the pattern paper. So that's just kind of my thoughts on both sides of it. I have been guilty before in the past of using too much pattern paper in an album. Like the bigger the album, the more pattern paper you use. But I also am shifting more and more to adding complementary papers and cardstocks and colors to paper collections in order to stretch them, and in order, to me, the way I see it, it just is more pleasing to look at. So when it's in a form like this, when it's in an album, to me it's just a little bit more pleasing. So anyway, it's just my 2 cents. Let me know what you think down in the comments. If you like adding all of the supplemental papers, the solid cardstocks or the printable shades of color or the printable, you know, vintage papers, or using your own vintage papers. Let me know what your thoughts are. But I like it that now I've got all of this. I mean, obviously we're not done yet. We still have a few things to do, but I've got all of this paper. We could make a whole nother album with this paper pad. So, okay. And then this is out of the paper so far that I have cut into. Remember I pulled, and I only pulled in, well, I actually pulled in 2. So that would be the second additional page I pulled into. But this is what's left of all the pieces I've been tracing and cutting pieces out of. Okay, I have a playlist for this album, start to finish, beginning to end. I'll link it up here and I'll link it down below. If you want to start at the beginning, and I'll take you step by step through the entire album. There's also a there is also an Amazon list down in the description box specifically for this project. These are templates that are available in my Etsy shop if you want to check them out. Alright, so this is what you're going to need. This is the Basically Amazing Foundations. And this is the wraparound cover. Oh, you know what I haven't done? I didn't do the spines yet. So we'll have to be sure to do the spines in a minute. So, what I'm going to do... I can't believe I forgot the spines. So I've already prepped a little bit. So this is the, from the last video, I had printed one of those. I might use this. And this is the pink and white polka dot. So these are page 51C, which is the matte for the C-sized album covers. And then here is one, this is the page that the new page that I pulled in. There's the back of that. So this is a 51C2. I just traced it onto the pattern paper. And then this was the leftover piece from that. And then this one is the 52D. So this is the matte for the wraparound part, this part right here. Okay, so I'm wondering if I should use this on both of the spines, because I'm going to have to do a spine on this side and a spine on that side. I might do that. So I'll just leave that out for now. Oh, and then this was the piece I cut off from the top. And I used the Tim Holtz decal edge trimmer. So I was thinking about maybe if I make this, if I use both of these pieces for the back, I might do like a pocket situation where it breaks up like that. I don't know, we'll see. So I'll think about it. So I'm gonna set these aside. I'm gonna move the book. Okay, so first off, what I know I'm going to do, what I know 100% for sure, is I'm going to mat this and this. So I'm going to mat this first since the tape coming off. I'm going to take this tape backing off of here. Those are the magnets. It may have been a little too much on the magnets, but that's okay. This album will stay together. So this is what's going to go here. So I'm going to take this tape runner here and I'm going to go around the edges. And I'm going to add just some additional tape on there. And I'm going to go on here and mat this page right here. This, I think this might be. This and the polka dot. Even though I didn't use any polka dots, pink and white polka dots inside, these two pieces might be my favorite paper out of this collection. Okay. So we got that. And then I am going to mat this. I'm going to go ahead and mat this. I have a really cool idea that we're going to do, but I'm going to mat this piece. Okay, I want to kind of do a bow on here. So I went and looked through my fabric and I found some muslin and I tore it, although it does kind of seem like it might be a little wide for what I'm doing here. I've got it a little over 2 1/4. Let me tear another piece. So whatever, is it 36 inches? Whatever the width of the bolt is, or whatever you get it off of, I forget how it's termed. But that's just what I'm going to be using, like it's more than 36, it's got to be 12, 24, 36, 48 inches. So what I'm going to do is, instead of, I think that might be, what is that, 2 1/4 or 2 an inch? I don't want it that wide, maybe 1 3/4 maybe. So I'm just going to cut it just a little bit with my scissors. And I'm going to tear it. No big deal. So, come on, tool. So what I'm gonna do, well, let me do it like this. I'm gonna lay my book on it. So this is top and bottom. So I was thinking about tying a bow this way versus this way, and I think it'll be super, super cute. So look at all these strings. I'm just going to cut away the ones that are bothering me right now. Once I get the bow and stuff tied, it won't be so bad. So I'm not going to worry about placement at the moment. I'm just going to take it and I'm going to try to, is it even? I'll hold it up to where it's even, and then I'm just going to tie a bow. Just like you were tying your shoe. I know people tie the bows a lot differently. A lot of people tie bows a lot differently, but I just can't seem to get the hang of tying a bow different, and I'm okay with that. Oops, come on. Oh, I'm pulling the wrong thing. I'm trying to get it to make it a little bigger. So it's almost like, it's almost perfect, the length for this album when you tie it around this way. Alright, so I thought this would be cute. I might have to and then I thought too it'd be cute if it was off center. I had considered another thing too, and I will show you really quickly, but I'm going to do something different. So you remember these little hearts we got with the collection? I was thinking about putting them on the edge here, but I changed my mind about it. Although it's cute, but I think it might be too much. I kind of am digging the simplicity of this. And we may or may not put a photo mat here. I don't know. There's just something about this fabric bow that I'm really liking. But, whoops. But I don't like it as much when those little hearts are there. But we are going to use these on the inside. Okay? So you can fiddle with these bows all day long, but it's not going to matter. The bow itself is going to have to come untied when you open the book. So, but we're just kind of placing it. So that's kind of in the middle. Now I'm going to try to move it to where it's up top a little bit. Well, now my fingernail grabbed a hold of some of that. Where it's kind of on the top. Maybe we'll scoot it down just a little. Right, you just kind of place it where you want it. So I'm not going to do anything with these ends just yet. I'm not going to cut anything off or anything. Although, I'm not going to lie, Why is this sticking so funny? There. Right? I mean, that's just cute. It's just cute. So, that's where I kind of want it. I kind of want it right there. So I'm going to flip it this way. Okay, and then we've got it pretty straight here. So I think I'm going to take some Fabri-Tac. This is Fabri-Tac by Beacon. And I'm going to run some up underneath here. We're going to be covering this up with a mat anyway, so don't panic. Just don't go all the way to the edge. Run some underneath there. Right. And so we're going to let that dry. We're going to glue that down, and I'm thinking about if I mat it with this. I was thinking about having this as the pocket, right, and do this kind of thing, or however I had it. Did I have it like this? And then we could have some photo mats and stuff in there. So this is what I was thinking about doing. What do you guys think? So it'll be cut off right around there. But either way, I can go ahead and put this down. So I think I'm going to use a little bit. Actually, I'm just going to use the Fabri-Tac. Let's just use the Fabri-Tac to put this mat down. I also kind of just want to say you could just leave it like that if you wanted to. You could just leave it the pink and white polka dot. I think it's so cute. Okay, so now we've got that secured. Now I might take and do something with these little edges here. Let's see, where's the little scissors I had? I'll just do that maybe. And I kind of like it raw like that. What do you guys think? I'm gonna leave it. I was thinking about doing like the fishtail thingy, but I might just leave it just like that. Right, isn't that just adorable? I love it. I love it, I love it. All right, let's see what it looks like with a photo mat. So here's a 4x6 photo mat. See, these things can always be added later because this is not glued down. So it's not like you have to make that decision right now. I don't know, you guys, I kind of like it just like this. It's like a mystery, it's like a little package. Okay. I like it. I like it. I like it. All right, let me think about what am I going to do. I guess we could just do this. I guess we could do this on both of them. Okay. So I'm going to trace this spine and this spine out of this paper, and I'm going to ink it up, and I'll be right back. Alright, we could put it like a label. Let me think about it. I'm going to think about it. It'd be cute. I'll be right back. Alright. I have both of the spine mats cut, ready to go. I'm just going to go ahead and add them on. We still have some stuff we need to do, so I'm not like pressured to like finish the cover right now because there's still some things I want to do on the inside. So I like that we can just add things as we go. You know, we don't have to have everything completed before we can move on to the next step or the next thing we want to do. So I think I'll just leave the cover as it is for now. I might do the back cover real quick though. I think I have decided to go ahead and do that pocket because I like having a place to put like big photos, like 5x7s, even though this photo album, this size was made specifically for 5x7 portrait sizes. It'll fit perfectly in here. Was that it? Yeah. Not a lot of people use a lot of 5x7 photos. So isn't that pretty? Just a quick little matting of the spines and everything is just beautiful. So yeah, let's talk about this for a minute. So now I just need to figure out how far up I want my, because I'm just literally going to glue 3 sides down, I think. How far I want it to go. So I'm going to take, let's see, maybe I'll do 4 inches. No, let's not do 4. Let's do 3 1/4. Let's do 3 1/4. Because I still have this. Whoops. I need to erase my pencil. I wrote 51C on here. I have this piece, right, that I kind of thought might be cute like this. We could put it on there. What do you guys think? Do you think it's too much? Do you think it looks silly? What do we think? I kind of dig it. Do we think it's too thick? Do we need a smaller one? Do I need to rough up that bottom edge a little bit better? Hello. Give it a little bit more pizzazz. All right. I think here's how I'm going to touch it down. I'm going to run a strip of just regular tape runner tape along there. And just touch it down like this. Make sure it's straight. And then I'm going to take some regular tape and I'm just going to cover that seam because I don't want inserts to get stuck on that, you know. And if you want to see how I made this a super pretty tape dispenser, this fancy tape dispenser, I have a video on how I did this. I'll link that right there and down below if you want to check it out. And it's so pretty. It's so pretty. Alright, so then now I'm going to take the Fabri-Tac. Let's do Fabri-Tac since I've been using that. It's right here. And I'm going to go around 3 edges. And we'll just make a pocket and we'll put a 5x7. Well, we might not be able to fit a 5x7 actually, now that I'm thinking about it. It might be too wide. Ah, I'm sorry. I bumped you. Come back. Okay. I'm almost positive because a 5x7 will fit on here. Like this is just a 5x7. Oh yeah, okay. Okay, we can get a 5x7 in there. So I need a cardstock one though, paper one. Not gonna go. And let's see, I've got here's our 5x7 cardstock. Just on white cardstock. There's a 5x7. I'm not going to back these just yet. There's a 3x4. And then I need a 4x6. It's on, oh, I don't have a brown one? Well, I guess we'll just have to, I don't have any printed out right now, so maybe I've got a polka dot one that's printed on cardstock. There's one. Oh, nope, wrong color. Well, I need one on cardstock. Well, this one will work. Even though we're not using this paper collection. But for now, I'm just going to leave that in there. So we got a 5x7, a 4x6, and a 3x4 in here. And we may have to end up adding something back here to make that a little bit more cohesive. Yeah. So yeah, that's a good little extra spot for things, I think. And then we've got this back here. So pretty. Let me move these. All right, let's talk about these little hearts. Let's go inside and talk about these little hearts. So I want to use them because that's the only flowery type thing I bought for this, from this paper collection. So I want to kind of use them. So I was thinking about using them on this cover here. On this cover pocket, the back and front cover pocket. Somehow kind of like this or something. You know? What do we think? Think that'd be cute? Okay, let's use Fabri-Tac. I do like to use Fabri-Tac when we're doing like 3D, when we're using 3D things like these kind of things, like flowers and stuff. I like to use it when we're using like metal. I like to do thick things when we're using thick things. I like to use Fabri-Tac. Although it does not work with the wax, the little wax seal elements, it does not work for them. So I have tried before. Did I just do that wrong? No, I did it right. Or I did it good enough anyway. Okay, so there's those. And then let's do the ones in the back. Same thing. I like it, I like it, I like it. And then we got the 2 inserts. I need to make sure I don't move those until they're dry. All right, so does it still close good? It does, it still closed perfectly. And then we've got our, whoops. Then we've got our bow that we can tie. However you want to tie it and however big you want your bow to be. Makes no difference to me. Okay, I think I'm going to stop the video here. I think that we're going to do 2 inserts for the inside, but there's going to be a little bit more involved in it. I think that yeah, I think that's what I'm gonna do. We may in the front pocket insert, we might just do photo mats and things like that, but on the back insert, the one that we've already made, the little booklet, we're gonna do something more with that, but it's gonna be a little bit more time consuming. So yeah, I think we'll leave it here. I think we'll leave it. You guys are gonna have to let me know what you think. I know this is recorded before you're, probably 3 weeks before you're seeing it, but let me know. Do you think I should put a photo mat here or not? Photo mat? No photo mat. Should I put a 4x6? Should I put a 3x? I kind of like it just like this. It looks like a beautiful little package. I love it. And of course you can always add more back here as well. What do you think? Okay, all right. Be sure to give me a thumbs up if you like the video. Be sure to leave me a comment. Be sure to share my videos, by the way. Share my videos. Be sure to subscribe to my channel if you have not already and turn that bell notification on. And I will see you next time.